Alright, someone said to me that I should probably record my ants, so I'm gonna do this. This is the drawer where I keep my ant queens. If I haven't said it already, I am a hobbyist myrmecologist. I study ants just because I think it's fun, and I have caught I have a few forming queens here. So, these are my girls. They're a little photosensitive, that's why I have the red light. So, the camera does not like to focus with red light. In any case, here we have this one I have not named yet. I believe she is a Fedoli queen. These last three on the end are all Fedoli. So I have two Fedoli queens here. They're hanging out at the wet end of the cotton. I have them on this heating pad here. This is a heating pad, which this used to be in my old phone case is sitting on. I use it because it's white, so it provides nice contrast. And I have this black blanket that I can, this is a towel I can put over them that it blocks out the light because they're very photosensitive. So even if I open this drawer, they're not exposed to the light until I pull this back. Next, I have this third one here. This big black blob you see is the back end of a wasp that I fed them a few days ago. And if I move closer, perhaps it will focus. Please focus, yay. You can see Cindy with her colony. It's a little blurry. I need to get better. I wish I could tell the manual focus the camera. Let's see if I hold it a little ways away if it'll focus. No, it doesn't know what it's trying to focus on. There we go. That's a nice focus. So yeah, you can see them moving around there. Some of them are kind of getting at the back end of the wasp. This one over here, this next two, I believe, are Nylandaria. The next, well, the big one is in the middle is not. But let's see. These two here, I believe, are Nylandaria, which is the tawny crazy ant. It seems to be very common around here. So, Bethany here, with this termite that I fed her, if the camera will focus, she was doing well until like a week ago, and then like all of her workers died, except for one, so she has one worker, and actually wait, no, yeah, she has like one worker, and astoundingly, two of the drones that she mated with from her mating flight 4 weeks ago are still knocking around in there with her. I'm not really sure what they're doing. Next, this is a larger species. Come on, focus camera. Behold my blobs. I hate that I can't manual focus the camera because I take great pictures of these ants. If I could just manually focus the camera, I could put them so far in focus you could probably see the hairs on them. In any case, this larger queen who's not really doing anything, I don't know what species she is. I haven't gotten her identified yet. I probably should soon. And over here we see the front half of the wasp with Amy and her colony. They are a lot more lively because they're crazy ants. That was a little larger. Amy is 4 millimeters long, and her workers are about 2 millimeters. And then this other one here is that other large species. I have not named her yet either. She has not given me any eggs that I've found. I don't know that she's fertile. I don't think she'll be giving me any eggs. In any case, these are my main girls. And then, let me cover them up. Actually, you know what? Amy probably won't mind if I take her into the light, and the camera will probably focus better. So I'm going to grab her. I'm going to stand up here. I'm going to set her up on top of this desk so you can see her a little better. So she's probably not going to like the light very long, but come on. Focus. There we go. Come on. Maybe. So yeah, here we see Amy with her little babies. It's hard to see them too well. There we go. Maybe this is better. So you can see all of them crawling around in there. Focus, camera. You're not focusing on the desk right now. There we go. So yeah, we can see Amy with all her little babies there and the front half of that wasp that they've been eating. They also have a little bit of honey over here. It looks like it's starting to grow mold. So I should probably clean that soon. But yeah, there they are. They are about 15 workers in here. So when they get a little larger, when Amy lays some more eggs and more of them hatch, here, let me grab a Cindy. Cindy probably won't mind either. Oop, sorry about that. Cindy. No, you don't like that wasp butt floating around near your eggs. Come on. Focus camera. So this is Cindy. She is a Pheidole queen, or brown big-headed ant. You will notice the workers have slightly large heads, it looks like. She also has about 15 of them. And she's got some good eggs in here. I don't know if we can get a good angle on it. I know she's got them in here, so she's hiding them somewhere in the cotton. But yeah, this is Cindy. And that's the back end of a wasp that I fed her. It looks like it's starting to mold, actually. I don't know if they've wrapped it in cotton or if it's molding. It's hard to tell. But yeah, that's Cindy. And she doesn't like the light at all. So I'm going to go put her back here, next to Bethany. Actually, I'm going to switch Amy and this other girl here. And so they're all... here's the edge of the heating pad. So the tubes are actually not even over the pad. They actually get the residual heat from this, because I've noticed that they're all keeping their eggs at this end of the cotton, at the test tube, which means that they don't like the heat. They need the heat in order to create a temperature gradient to find the right spot, but too much heat can cause, well, first of all, it can cook the ants. Second of all, it can actually cause the water to leak through and condense on the other side of the cotton, which eventually causes flooding in the tube. But too little heat and they're too cold and they won't develop. So I'm actually going to scoot them just a little bit closer to try and get them just a little bit more heat. Hopefully they'll develop faster. And hopefully that won't kill them. They were fine with it. This is the distance at which they hatched. So they're like right on the edge there. So they should get... This is kind of... Actually, I might have to turn this up slightly. Let's see, what's it at? It is at a pretty low setting. I'm going to move that ever so slightly. And I'm going to have to monitor them for a few days to see how they adjust to the change in temperature. But they should be alright. Anyway, now for my other girls over here. They actually like the heat a lot more, so they're farther on to the... This here, I have not named her yet. This is my Camponotus queen. Camponotus ants are very large. She is 1.5 centimeters long. Say hi. She's also very shy and extremely photosensitive. She doesn't like the light at all, so that's all the time I'm going to give her in the light. I may have overstressed her already. She's very sensitive. She doesn't like things at all. But yeah, she's pretty far onto that heating pad because she likes the heat. As do these girls over here. I do not know what species they are. Okay, good. She's still alive. I thought she was dead for a second. If they're not moving, I have to check to see if they're still alive, because sometimes they just die for unexplained reasons. It's actually very hard to get a colony past the forming stage. None of them have laid eggs either. I caught them during a nuptial flight, but I don't know that they mated. I was lucky with these other girls. It's actually, you have to try and fail a bunch of times before you usually get a queen to lay eggs. It's quite a delicate process. But those are my girls. So I only name them if they make it past the forming stage, because I used to name all of the queens that I caught, and then I caught so many queens, and they all kept dying, and I was like, oh, well, she had a name for like 2 months, and I was like, you know what, I'm only going to name the queens that get past the forming stage. So the ones that get workers, and they get enough workers healthy that I decide to give them a meal, are the ones I'm going to name. So I have Amy, Bethany, and Cindy. 2 Nylandaria queens and a Pheidole queen. And I'm hopeful about the other Pheidole queens, because they're looking good, and they've laid some eggs. And Pheidole is my favorite genus, so I'm really happy about that. I used to have a Perchicina longicornis queen, but she died. I was kind of upset about that. Those are rare, those are hard to find. But yeah, those are my girls. So yeah, that's it for now. Yay.